for people like myself, like there is no box. There's not gonna be a box big enough. I don't have to try to create a box for myself. How about I just don't fit in the box? And
only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once.
hey y'all, it's Coop here, and welcome back to another video with Minicoopkia. So today, y'all, I realized that I dropped my first video, and I didn't give y'all any details about myself or anything like that. So today, I'm here prepping some candles, and I was like, I might as well sit here and talk to y'all a little bit about why I started my channel and what you can see from me in the future, like what kind of content I'm going to be creating. And this is a perfect opportunity because this is one of the things that I enjoy doing, which is creating candles. If you didn't know, I do have a candle business, but I was sitting here like, not me just dropping the first video and these people are like, who is this girl? We don't even know her for real, or why she's here, or why she's putting out content. So that is what we're going to be discussing today, so stay tuned. All right, y'all, so boom, I got my supplies in front of me. So I got the candles that I want to prep. I'm going to prep them for a market day that I have coming up on Wednesday. Today's Monday. Everything that I'm going to take, like all of the products, are basically made. I just need to make sure that I label them. They have the warning labels on there, and they're good to go. I'm gonna just put them in the box for transport, and we're gonna be on our way. I got my labels right here. I got my iced coffee too, y'all. This is so good. Listen, I never realized that making my own frozen coffee or cold brew at home, or iced coffee would be so good, or it would be so easy, but what I put in mine is the cold brew concentrate. I do a vanilla creamer. I also do some vanilla almond milk and some caramel. And that's it. Like, that's it. That's all. Now, usually I do like my coffee frozen, but this time, the last 2 days, I've been opting to do ice, and I actually like it just as much. Before, I used to get worried about it getting watered down, but I know that there is a hack for that. I saw some of the girlies freezing some of their coffee concentrate, and they're using that in their iced coffee, but I really haven't had an issue with that, but that's neither here nor there. So, Code is also here on the side. He's chasing his tail right now, so if you hear him in the back, he's having a grand old time. I put a toy up here, but it looked like he don't want to be bothered with it. So just jumping right into it. I hope you all are having a good day. Today is a Monday. The time did set back Sunday, and I think I've been a little thrown off since then because I'm already a person that gets up early, but like I'm still kind of getting up at the same time that I was before. And you know, I always kind of like make sure to do my tasks early in the day, and I like to like enjoy myself during the latter part of the day, if anything. But I'm like now even an extra hour ahead, so might as well get some more tasks done. But I am prepping these candles for Coop the Candle. That is my candle business. I'll drop Coop the Candle's like website and social medias in the description box for you all if you're interested in purchasing my candles. Or I don't just sell candles. I have home fragrances, so room sprays, and I have some wax melts as well. This is one of my candles, y'all. Isn't it so cute? This is the pumpkin gingerbread scent. One of the best sellers right now because it is fall time, so people are definitely loving that one. I'll start out by making sure to clean the jars with some alcohol before I put the labels on there. It makes them, you know, one, it just makes the presentation better, but two, I also make sure like there's no additional wax or anything like that on there, so when I'm ready to stick on the labels, I don't have any issues. So that's the first thing I start off by doing. But about me starting my YouTube channel, y'all, I have loved YouTube for a really long time. Like, I am one of the original OG YouTube watchers. I've always been interested in many of things. So fashion content, lifestyle, blogging, fashion, makeup, DIYs, crafts. Like, I am even one of those people that will sit there and watch the videos where like they do like the extractions or what else do they do? Or like the like the pedicures. Shout out to the meticulous manicures, I think her channel name is, because listen, I didn't binge watch her channel on many of a night and it even put me right on to sleep. I went to bed enjoying some good old content. This is a vanilla buttercream crunch scent, but it is golden Oreos and it's called Pretty Girls Love Candles. Did I say the name of the pumpkin gingerbread? This is, excuse me, pumpkin. Lord, Carter trying to get a pic. Get, come on. I knew he was gonna do that. Last candle I have up here in one of the glass jars is one of my newest candles. It has not dropped yet, but it'll make its debut this Wednesday, and it's also gonna be available for pre-order as well. This is Perfect Storm, Proverbs 10:25. Really cold. Cold gonna just take over my video, like that's crazy. But dang, what was I saying? Back to my original thought. Yeah, so I've just always enjoyed YouTube, and I just, you know, enjoyed watching what other people do. And when people talk about YouTube University, baby, I am definitely a graduate of YouTube University. Like, I love how informative it is, and it's just a really good outlet to easily access information, share information, and for someone who is a visual learner, like, this is definitely my style of content. I also like long form content as well, so you know, I definitely enjoy some TikTok and scrolling on some Instagram here or there, but YouTube is probably more so my wheelhouse because I don't mind sitting and like watching content and definitely learning from it. Now, I will say that YouTube definitely has like a lot to offer as far as information, but the way the platform is set up, like it's not set up for you to watch, you know, 20-30 minute videos in depth like that. As some way, somehow the content creator is going to have to cut part of the video short. So I really do appreciate YouTube. But if you all notice, the tagline of my YouTube is "Your limit does not exist." And a part of my why of starting YouTube is to essentially show people and share content about myself and how multifaceted I am and how I enjoy and I have a lot of interest in multiple different things, multiple different industries. That's what the inside of this looks like. Isn't that so pretty? I can't wait to put labels on there. Something about the labels just makes everything come full circle for me, and I love that. FYI, I do create these candles. I create all of the packaging, the labeling, all of that. I am a one-woman show, so make sure to support me. But I felt like how society is and how it operates, it always wants us to like conform us, and it always wants to put us in these boxes, like, oh, you need to be in this box. Like, you know, you basically have to pick. Like, you all know how, like, you ever been somewhere, or like you started a job, or maybe you're in school, or whatever the case may be like that, and you know, they ask, you know, put some of the hobbies, put some of the things that you enjoy, that you like doing. And honestly, that's hard for me because it's like, how do I pick? Like, it feels like it always wants to be narrowed down to like, oh, like just put like one or two things. And for me, realistically, like one or two things just really doesn't encompass like the things that I enjoy as hobby or interest. And because of that and how society is set up, you know, I just feel like this restriction. And I feel like I recently turned a 30, you all. Shout out to the millennials and shout out to the Libras too. Yeah, I don't think it's Libra season anymore. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Scorpios then took over because what's today? November 4th? Today is November 4th. And yeah, I think Libras ended a little while ago. And I definitely went through like this journey of self-discovering and realizing like I appreciate the fact that I'm unique in the, you know, in the space of like I do enjoy a lot of things. I'm good at a lot of things. And honestly, once my interest is piqued in something, like, oh, I'm gonna learn about it. I'm gonna learn how to do it. I'm gonna learn how to I'm gonna research about it. I'm gonna research like the people who are like top in that industry, and all of those good things. But being restricted and put into a box is draining. It's draining for someone like me, and you know, I think that I definitely like had some sadness there because it's like my whole life I felt like, okay, well, society said we gotta fit into one of these boxes, but like how I'm going to condense like the things that I like and suppress myself and just put it in one of these boxes, or just take a couple of things and decide to like live life and put it in one of these boxes. And more importantly, like, why should I? So recently I'm just like, you know what, my limit doesn't exist. If I want to do fashion today, if I want to do candles tomorrow, if I want to do DIYs, if I want to do home decor, if I want to do skincare or whatever the case may be, like I can do all of those things, and I don't have to limit myself just because maybe there are other people who, you know, they do have those specific niches and that's the space that they operate in, and that's good for them and that's fulfilling for them. But I realized that at a certain point, like I'm not fully being fulfilled because I'm not tapping into who I am fully as a person, and who I am fully as a person is multifaceted. And that's one of my favorite things about myself. When I'm talking to like my friends or whatever, and just showing them things like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm working on that, and then, you know, they'll just joke and be like, girl, at what point, like, what do you not do? And it's just like, I don't know. And or what are you gonna do next? And I don't know. Like, I'm taking the saran wrap off these. These are some cute little Fruit Loop candles, so that I can put a proper label on them. I didn't have them printed out last time I did the market day, but I want to make sure that I put a proper label on them this time as opposed to just like my logo sticker. So I'm taking these out of the saran wrap. But yeah, and I think that there are other people out there in the world who are like me who, you know, at some point you do get drained, and I think that sadness may take over because you're like, well, I'm not necessarily like everybody else. Like, I'm not like everybody else, even though it seems like this is the way a majority of people are, but I'm not. And it transcends, like it transcends into like your work life and like your everyday like task and routine, because it's so much that you want to do, but it makes it seem like, what is the saying, y'all, that people say? A jack of all trades is a master of none, which maybe not. I think it definitely depends on like what type of person you are, for sure. Like, because there are plenty of people who enjoy doing a lot of things and they're good at a lot of things as well. And if you genuinely take the time and you're doing something over and over again, like you're going to be good at it. And I think that's really just what it comes down to. So I was like, you know, I need to share with the world and other people and let them know like that there are other people that identify like them, and they don't have to feel obligated to like fit into one thing. Like, For people like myself, like there is no box. There's not going to be a box big enough. I don't have to try to create a box for myself. How about I just don't fit in the box? And how about I don't try to conform to the world? And if anything, the world needs to conform to me, okay? Because this is the future. People who appreciate creativity, people who appreciate ideation, people who appreciate individualization and the uniqueness and the individuality of people, like, hello, we are forward thinkers, and it's okay if you're not. Like, I definitely don't want to make it seem like, oh, if you stay in one main wheelhouse, like it's an issue with that. It's absolutely not. But more so what I'm saying, or the people that I'm speaking to, are other people who have felt restrained and their cup isn't being filled because they're restricting and they're suppressing their own selves in order to fit into a space. And a lot of times, verbiage in corporate world is like, oh, make yourself a seat at the table, make yourself a seat at the table. But like, what if the table's not big enough? What if, not saying that table isn't great, and there might be a place there, and there might be a seat available, and there might be other people who are better equipped to sit at that table, but there are also people in the world who it's good to go to an already established table, but when you're someone like me, like, forget making a seat at the table. I'ma just make my own table. And matter of fact, I'm gonna build my own table from scratch. And on top of that, I'm gonna make some chairs from scratch as well. And then once I have the table built, I'm going to decorate the table and I'm gonna have placemats. And then after that, I'm gonna decide and let other people know, like, hey, feel free to join my table and you don't have to make space. It'll always be space there for you. That's really the mindset that I have, and I just want to encourage other people, like, it's okay to be different in these spaces. And I know I can speak for myself when I say, like, I'm putting warning labels on here, y'all. Every candle should have a warning label on it. But, I've been in corporate spaces and I can thrive in those spaces as well, because it's not that I'm not good at those things. Like, I definitely thrive in spaces of leadership, and, strategy and all of those good things. But at the same time, though, it's just like, something is missing, and I'll figure out a way to still tap into the creative side of me and the best I can, like when it comes to, creating any type of visual presentation, whether it be a PowerPoint or any type of job aid or anything like that. Like, that kind of gives me the space, the opportunity to do those things. And when I managed a team, well, not manage a team, I don't want to say manage, because there's a difference between a manager and a leader. When I led a team, I would definitely tap into that side of myself, and they definitely appreciate it, because one thing about it, okay, I'm gonna make something a consistent theme across the board. I think the last theme that I really had on my team was, I was making everything kind of like SpongeBob themed, and that's the kind of like aesthetic and vibe I was going for. So I had the characters on there, even on different things like the flow charts or whatever, and they enjoyed it, because I am definitely a millennial, and who the heck don't like SpongeBob? So, it was cutesy, but, excuse me, at the same time, don't get it twisted either, because the information on there was going to be accurate. It was on point, and it was easy to like absorb that information, because like what is on there is thorough. It's just the fact that like it's also visually pleasing at the same time. Lord, I'm getting tongue-tied because I'm over here trying to, it was like some type of link or something on this one. Ooh, let's get into the labels. Y'all. Okay, so the way my brain is set up, when I create a candle, like, not only do I have notes and you know, I have everything envisioned all the way from what the fragrance is, like what kind of fragrance notes I want, the actual design and concept of it, and then like also how the label is gonna tie in. Because it's just like, you can, I don't know, like you could design it and it could be there, but if everything is like doesn't make sense about it, like for me, it's just like, I know it's something missing. So I get so excited when I get so excited when it comes time to put on the label, because I just feel like, yes, I love it when a plan comes together, because that is a plan coming together. So these are my labels. I use Avery labels. I really like them. I create all of my labels in Canva, and then I basically go on Avery and I convert them to the correct template and print them on printer. All right. I want to make sure this is straight, y'all. So excuse me if I just stop talking abruptly, but I just want to make sure it's not crooked on there. Look at that. Look at that. Yes. Okay, wait. Where's the camera? There you go. Isn't that? Come on now. Come on now. You want to buy this. This is in a like a fresh linen, fresh laundry type of fragrance. And like the idea behind this is like, you know, it's a rainy day, you're doing laundry. I'm actually doing laundry today, so you might have heard the washer and dryer in the bag. It is what it is. The laundry got to get done, y'all, regardless of these videos. But you know, and you just light a candle and you've been cleaned up, and it's like, this is a really good fragrance. I've already had a few people asked about this fragrance. That's why I went ahead and decided to do pre-orders, because some people already told me like they want 2 or 3 of these. So I made, I think, 4 of them for this market, because it's the first time I was dropping this, but I ran out of wax, so I will be making a lot more of these, just so that, you know, I can cater to everybody who really wants them. I know that it's going to, I can already tell in advance that it's about to be very, very popular. But I'm gonna continue putting these labels on here. And I think that it's perfect that I'm deciding, of course, to do this video while I'm doing one of my crafts, which is candle fragrance making. Coop the candle. I did start out just doing straight pours, and I do still do straight pours, FYI, but then I switched over to also wanting to do dessert candles, because one of the other things that I enjoy doing is cooking. Like, I tell people all the time that I'm pretty sure that I think that food is a love language. I don't care what nobody say. It's definitely a love language, because how could it not be? Like, also like baking as well. Can y'all see the label? Is that not so cute? Sunshine on me. Ah! With a little flower. Hold on, let me open it. Come on now. Come on now. You see it. You see the vision. Ugh. I was so frustrated last week, y'all, because I had these candles made, and then it was kind of my fault, because I did kind of wait until the last minute to print the labels. But I did have the labels made. It's just that I didn't print them. So I was thinking, you know, I could just go get them printed real quick, and that became a whole debacle. And I was frustrated, because I was just like, bro, I don't even want to go to the event because they don't have no labels on there. But I just pushed through with what I did have, and I did bring these too, but I just wasn't as thrilled about potentially selling them when I felt like the full vision wasn't there. But I'm super excited now, because they have their labels, and the vision is fulfilled. The vision is fulfilled. Okay, so I think that's all of these. Well, I do have these labels, and these obviously go with the cereal, but these are kind of unique because I have to put the cellophane wrap on these, or I just don't know fully how I want to do them. I have an idea in my head about how I want to put them on like a cardstock and then do a hole punch and attach them to the wick. But okay, now I remember how I want to do it. I was gonna put these in like little snack bags and then attach it that way. Okay, boom. Now I remember. But hold on, y'all. But yeah, back to my original point. I just want to encourage other people to, you know, seek what fulfills them. Ain't that cute? Seek what fulfills them, y'all. Do the things that make you happy, and even if you can't, like, say, get a job or create a business and specifically like what you want to do, figure out a way to use your current role in order to, you know, attribute to your happiness, because I promise you, I can make a whole nother video on that. You coughing? Bless you. I don't know if that was a cough or a sneeze or... Hey man, I don't know what was taking place, but we fine. Find a way to, you know, fulfill the things that you actually want to do, and don't expect it to always be like, oh, it's gonna be a space for you, you just got to get into that space. Like, no, sometimes it's not necessarily a space for you. You got to make your own space, and that's something that I definitely had to learn. Is that as bad as you want there to be a specific space for you, unfortunately, it's not always going to be one, and that's just the reality of it. So use your gifts, use what God has given you, and go forth and be happy about it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it isn't at work, like, choose one thing or start with one thing that you know for a fact that you really enjoy, and start there, and then move forward. Or depending on what type of person you are and like how your brain works, you might want to work on multiple things at once, because I know I definitely operate like that. But look forward to just, you know, me sharing the parts of my life with you all that I enjoy, you know, things like this, like what I do as an entrepreneur, in that space. I might decide to do some try-on hauls, y'all, because I ain't gonna hold you. Whenever I do get new clothes in, it might as well be a try-on haul anyway, so I might as well show you all that stuff and get ready with me, and probably some vlogs as well, so just stay tuned. But yes, Coda. No, why Coda coming over here? See, I gotta edit this one, y'all, because when I printed it, it didn't, it kind of printed a little bit weird with the alignment, but that's okay. We make it work. We make it work. It's salvageable. Y'all, these are ready to go. But thank you so much for listening to me, and I'll make sure to see you all in the next video. If there is any particular content that you are wishing to see, drop it down below. If you appreciate this video and it resonated with you, put some blue hearts down in the comments. Otherwise, I will see y'all next time. Peace.
Gone for a year, only know like once.